Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Good evening.
Nice. Good evening. Nice to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah, how's your day?
Oh, it was a little bit busy day, and then I'm a little bit feel tired.
Tired.
Uh,
Whew. So a
because
long day?
actually I have today. Not today. Yesterday I went to another area to have a test. I used the domestic airline to eat very far. Do you know? Have you ever heard of
Really?
Busan?
Of course, yeah.
Yes, I went to Busan.
Yeah. Oh, so you went to Busan.
yes. So
So,
it is
okay.
almost very far from Seoul, so I used the domestic airline and yesterday, and then I
Mm-hmm.
slept in there, and then in the morning
Mm-hmm.
I had a test in the one of the university in there for trying to and another medical school. It is
Mm-hmm.
one kind of chance. It was one kind of chance to that if I pass the exam in there, maybe I can
Mm-hmm.
be a doctor too in there. So
Okay, so that's another good opportunity.
yes. So in the morning, the test was in the 10 a.m. In today. So I have to sleep in yesterday because it'll be almost impossible to go early in the morning because it's very far from here.
Okay, now
Mm.
I understand why you're gone
Yes,
la-
and then
last
I
Monday.
used again the domestic airline to come back to come back to Seoul. So
Okay.
it can be a little bit because after finish the exam, I feel
Mhm.
exhausted because I used too much attention in the exam and then too much focus in the exam. But after that, sometimes I feel lose like that.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Did you in your feeling,
Mm.
did you kill the exam?
I'm not sure, but actually it was difficult. But actually, I think it is not only for me feel difficult. Everybody maybe feel the same. So I don't know result. I hope so.
Okay. So you hope so. Okay.
Yeah.
Um so the exam almost killed you then.
Oh, maybe we fight each other, but I don't know how the
uh
result. We fight each other.
okay.
It was very tough fighting like that.
So the exam put up a very good fight then.
Yes. And then actually because there was very big snow in the Busan today,
Mhm.
so the start time was delayed because it
Mm.
should be start 10 a.m. but there was very almost hazard because it is very heavy snow in the Busan area, so
Mhm.
it started 10:40 a.m.
10:40.
Yeah, because some people cannot arrive until 10 a.m. So they call to the university and then they say their situation. And then it was
Mhm.
not his fault because it is weather's problems. It is weather's condition. So they accept their situation and then they delay some start time about that.
Mm. Well, okay.
Mm.
Well, at least they're very empathetic about that. They
Yes.
know, yeah, it's a good thing. There's not a lot of schools
Mm.
or universities
Mm.
that are that empathetic.
Mm.
So good. That's really good. Okay,
Yes.
so all right.
Mm.
Do you already know the results of your first exams?
Uh, actually, I felt about that. It's a little bit pity, but it's okay because there are another chances other chances in there. But
Mm.
when I checked in the internet, that they said I couldn't pass the first exam. But I don't know what to do. But actually, it was already passed, so
Mm.
it is not use. It is useless. I thought about that kind of things. Just
Mm.
I will just keep forward, not go
Yeah.
backward.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So, anyways, let's take that as
Mm.
a blessing. Like, okay, I guess this is really not for me.
Yes.
So I guess
Maybe.
there's an opportunity for me and others.
Yes.
So that's right. Let's
Maybe
take
there
that as
will
an
be
opportunity.
much better. It can be much better
Yeah,
sometimes. Yes.
yeah, that's right.
Mm.
you
That's
will
fine.
for you will move forward. It's fine. Okay,
Yes,
never mind
yes,
about that. Let's
yes, yes,
forget about that. Okay,
yes,
so
yes,
let's start with your textbook then. Okay.
yes. Wait. Maybe
So
we start our unit six, good manner and bad manner, and then keep. Maybe we start with number three. Question number three, unit three,
good
unit
and
six.
bad manners.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes, yes. Oh, oh,
number
oh,
three.
what? Oh, no, no. Oh, maybe that was wrong. Optimistic
Oh,
and pessimism.
optimism and pessimism.
Yes, yes,
Ah, yeah,
yes.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, our past lesson. Okay. Oh, I
Yes, yeah.
forgot about that. Sorry. Okay. So number three.
Yes.
Uh, do you think? No, I think you've already answered this.
Yes,
Number
yes,
three.
yes.
Number four. It's
Yes.
supposed to be number four. So do you think a cure for cancer is within reach?
I hope so, but many researchers and doctors try to cure the hepatitis and AIDS and other cancers, and then
Hmm.
it is developing nowadays. And then I hope there are technology is very developed nowadays, so it is very useful nowadays. There are many good medicines and
Mm.
alternative ways to uh, cure the cancer. So I think
Okay.
it is much better to compare to in the past. But
Yeah, that is right. That is
but
right.
until now, it's not perfect. I think it's not perfect for everyone. But it nowadays is getting better. That is our how can I hope our hope and increasing our possibilities.
Mm. Well, there is this one rumor. Okay, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
share this rumor to you.
Mm-hmm.
There is this one rumor spreading around before. I don't know. I have read this article before.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in college. Okay, I've read this
Mm-hmm.
article before when I was in college
Mm-hmm.
that the government. Okay, the government. It's not really stated what government are they trying to say in that article.
Mm-hmm.
The government is hiding the cure for cancer.
Oh, pardon? I don't
Yeah.
understand what you said.
Okay.
Uh,
This was an article that I have read
uh,
before when I was in college.
uh,
Okay, that the article stated that
uh.
the government is hiding the cure against cancer.
Against cancer?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Because they get benefits from these because having a cancer is a really
Ah,
expensive treatment, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Chemotherapy,
Uh,
doctors, of course. The government also has, yeah, it's just like a corrupt system, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Instead of providing the cure, which is
Uh,
gonna be gonna be over, right? No more
yes,
chemo,
yes, yes,
no
yes.
more other treatments for cancer, right?
Yes,
If
yes. Y-
the article explained that
mm,
if they gave the cure to
mm,
if they gave the cure already for cancer,
mm.
um, a lot, yeah, the medical industry that provided um, cures for cancer, right, for
Mm,
preventions for cancer will be, of course, bankrupt, and the government benefited from that.
uh,
So
yes, yes.
that
I
is one
it is very
rumor.
similar as it's like a money problem, right? Money problem.
Yeah, it is money problem.
Actually, I also not the same view, but when I heard the something about AIDS, actually,
Hmm.
until now we cannot not perfectly cure the AIDS, but many people says why we cannot perfectly cure the AIDS because we already developed a lot of science and technique. But
Mm.
actually, one of the reason why we cannot cure the AIDS is because most who got A's is they are usually they are live in the third country, not U.S., not Europe or West country. That means
Mm.
they don't have any money to buy the medicine. Even though if medicine came out, nobody cannot
Hmm.
will buy them. That means the pharmacist or the doctor want to cure the people who have a lot of money. But AIDS of
That's right.
people who got A's, usually they are not the poor. they are usually they are not the cheap rich. They are usually the poor. That means they don't have
Mm.
money to cure that. So just the medical company want to make a medicine which is for the rich, not the poor. But the AIDS is usually for the poor. That is the main one can not only one reason, but it is one of the reason why not a medical company they don't want to make a treatment or medicine for AIDS.
Mhm.
It is kind of like what you said is very money problem because they want to hire, they want money, and the government also what you said, they want earning from the medical company and the
Mhm.
hospital and doctor and then the kind of system. So it is a lot of it can make a lot of money. So they don't want to cure perfectly maybe, but. Uh,
That.
I can understand what's that kind of view, that kind of
Yeah.
opinion. But I hope this is not the truth, 100% truth.
Yeah.
Because
Hopefully.
yes, yes, of course, very small minor people can have like that kind of mind. Because I think all of the people are not good and all of the people are not bad. Because but
Mhm.
what I think until now is 90% of doctor and company is good, but
Yes.
maybe less
Yes.
than 10% or less than 1%, they are very bad. So it can be possible
They're
less than
rotten.
1%.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
we
And.
cannot say it is no. We don't have to normalize. It is
Mhm.
less than. It's only something less than 1%. It's not usual, but it can be. It can be, but it is not usual. It's abnormal.
Yes. Well, really, when I'm reading also those article, I was hoping, I was
Mm.
praying that, oh my gosh, hopefully that this is not true.
Yes, I really hope so too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Because.
actually, uh, uh, now, do you know that maybe 1 or 2 months ago, one of the North Korean soldier are go to the South Korea through the Panmunjom,
Mhm.
but he
Mm.
got some like a gunshotting by his body. So many people think he will die because a lot of bullets were in his body. So he already loses some a lot of blood. So it is almost impossible to make him alive. But at
Mhm.
the time, almost everybody think he will die soon within maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But one
Mhm.
doctor come to him and then he did his best to make him alive. So finally, after 2 weeks, 2 weeks about three surgery or four surgeries, and then put a lot of
Mhm.
money to him, and then he can be alive. Not nowadays. So many, so even the U.S. Press and then some broadcasting
Mhm.
also recording this also announce this kind of happening about to abroad. So he said he is very very good doctor, and then he is very pessimistic, and he's very optimistic, and he do
Mhm.
his always best to make him live. So
Yeah, that's right.
I hope he is one good model in the doctor, one model.
Yeah.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
what you said, there can be bad model in there.
Yeah. 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 For every basket of good tomatoes, there is
Mm.
bound to be one rotten one.
Yes,
So
one
we
rat.
cannot, yeah, we
Uh,
cannot, we cannot really stop it. We cannot really stop it. But we can only do is to contain it, right?
yes, yes, yes,
Right. So hopefully,
yes.
well,
But problem is usually rat things are spread. Usually, it is very easy to
mm,
spread. That is the problem. We have to eliminate as soon as possible.
yes, that is right. We must remove it remove the root cause of it, right?
Yes, yes.
Like we must do anything. We must do
Mm,
everything to expose them also and
mm.
to eradicate them.
Yes, yes, yes. We should do them.
Mm, all right. Yeah, we should. Okay.
Mm.
So, are social and sexual equality a reality that can be achieved?
Oh, many country and many people try to do that, but until now
Mm-hmm.
it is very hard to achieve. Especially, I
Mm-hmm.
think, usually sexual equality is very hard to achieve in the society because For example, when we go to maybe government official,
Mhm.
only a few people are women. A few of a few of head are only a few of head are women. Most of them are men because
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
says men should be in the head and woman is not in the head. Even though
Mm.
she has a very great opportunity and ability and relationship among in there.
Mm.
So I think it's
Okay.
very bad. I think so.
All right. Well, let me ask you this,
Mm,
okay? Um, yeah, because there are a lot of groups now proposing about
mm,
gender equality,
mm,
right? Also gender equality to work, something
mm,
like that.
mm,
But when you think about it,
mm.
do you think, especially in jobs,
Jobs?
okay, now, especially in jobs, right?
Uh.
Um, do you think is it important that there are equality in the job or equity?
Equality or equity.
Yeah, equality
Ah,
or equity. Which do you think is really a good thing?
Nowadays, I think equality is a little bit more important than equality because
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, as society developed,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can make a job. We can society can make a job, but it is getting decreased because for example, in
Is
the
decreasing.
yeah, for example, 10 years ago, when you are developing, we were
Mm-hmm.
developing, when we make a company, we can hire a lot of people, make a million people in there one company, and not million people, a thousand
Uh-huh.
people in one company. But
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, if we make a one company, very big company, we can hire only 100 because we can use robot and AI, and we can use some the
Yeah.
others instead of people. So
Technology are taking over.
yes, yes. Some people says technology taking of the workplace instead of people,
Mm-hmm.
and then so this that means workplace quality is getting important, is much important because even though, for example, in our country, Korea, actually, firefighters are very good
Mm-hmm.
job. I think they are. I respect them because they always fight. They always rescue people from the fireplace, and then they always do their best to make people alive. But
Mm-hmm.
their environment is very very poor. Not the money
Yeah.
problem, not the money problem. Their
Mm-hmm.
environment is not the good, but their work is very hard, and they are government official, and it's very very complicated. But it is very very their quality is very low because and then they cannot have time to eat time to eat something because when
Yeah.
in the emergency they stop eating and go to the place to rescue people in
Yeah,
there.
rescue people, and it's their lives that are at stake also there, right?
Yes,
Their
yes,
lives are not important.
yes, yes.
They their motto is their way of thinking is
Mm,
that their lives are not important,
mm.
but it's the lives of others.
Yes,
So
yes,
right,
yes.
that is one huge sacrifice also to think about,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. So we have to do the. We have to give them some more salaries, and we have to give them some better equipment, and then better equipment for protect them. But actually, it is until now it's not that good. So I think the.
Well, hey,
Mm,
anyways, I think, yeah, also here in the Philippines,
mm,
um, firemen's, uh, they're, you know what? The government that
mm,
provided, not on today's government, okay,
mm,
the government before they sent out fire trucks to these firemen, at least
mm,
to improve their facilities
mm,
a little bit,
mm,
right?
mm,
But
mm.
what they have provided are crappy trucks,
Yes, yes, yes. I know
so
that.
it's really
Always
unfair.
the in the election time, election term, they always say we will invest a
Yeah,
lot of money to police officer and the firefighters and then
yes,
some government officer. But in the reality, after the election, they
hmm
forgot and they just forgive and then they
yeah.
just ignore them. That's the problem.
Yeah, really, that's
Only
the
in the
problem.
election term.
Yeah, you know what? Also, it's really quite refreshing for us now
Mm,
because relating before before our president now,
mm,
our president before he has a lot of promises too.
mm. Yes, yes.
Although his father is a national hero, his father is actually a national hero,
Mm,
and also his mother.
mm,
And I think also that's the reason why people voted him before. But
mm,
okay, never mind that.
mm,
He has a lot of promises, but those yeah, some promises
mm.
some promises were of course
Achieved.
achieved,
Uh,
but
some are not.
almost all of them are not.
Yes, that's
And
the
we're
problem.
really yeah, and
Yeah.
we're really and it's really refreshing right now because um we there our president today is very vocal. Okay,
Mm,
he's very vocal about his projects. We
mm,
know all about his projects,
mm,
and compared to before,
mm,
when the president says something, we don't see any improvements. But right
yes,
now,
yes.
but right now,
Mm,
when he says that, okay, I'm going to obliterate drugs,
mm,
I'm going to build this, I'm going to go to this country and
mm,
give back and get a lot back for our country, something like that. And
mm.
he did deliver, and we are really, it's really quite refreshing to see a president
Yes,
doing
yes.
like that.
Mm.
So hopefully in Korea,
Mm.
that's the case too.
I think actually the all of the countries president they
Hmm.
made a lot of promises when they in the election term, but many people
Hmm.
blame that please make the proposal to be a reality, not
Mm.
make the proposal
False
for the
hope.
in the election. Even though you can, if you cannot do, please do not promise. Just promise what you can do only. That means
Mm.
even though the quantity of the promise is small,
Hmm.
you can do is the better.
Yeah, that's
Even though
right. That's right.
if for example if I promised 100 in the election, but if only 50 can be achieved, just say I can promise only 50, but I can promise all of the things will be achieved. That is much better because
Mm.
if he just saying 50 promises, we cannot blame him because he only say like that, but it can be do that. So it is,
Mm.
nobody can blame him, but the problem is they want to like what you say, they want to they want to do such as uh, honor and then Superman, so they want to say much bigger and biggest
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
which
Mm.
cannot do that by them.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, that's why when you say something, you must really do it, right?
yes, yes.
Especially when you are the leader of a country, you must
Mm,
really do what you're trying to say. Unlike Donald Trump.
mm. But actually, what I want heard from the president is, I'm sorry because I didn't do that because actually, even though because situation is everyday situation is changing,
Hmm.
so it is possible that at the time when he promised at the time it could be possible, but now it is impossible. And in the case, he should explain why he cannot do that, but
Mm.
nowadays there is no explanation about that,
Yeah.
because they already say because the other party just they said it is impossible. So we try to do that, but other party just denied to make the law about that. That's the reason
Mm.
why we cannot do that. I think that is just not explanation. That is just
Mm.
kind of just forcing like that.
Yeah. Well, also one thing is, of course, if you're gonna make promises, make
Mm.
sure that it is achievable.
Yes, yes. It should be.
Yeah, it should be achievable. It's not like don't make promises that it is a stone's throw away from the moon. Okay?
Yes, yes. I remember
Like,
one of the very imaginable is not possible achievement was first. proposal was like this. One of the president candidates said if someone who married,
Hmm.
the government will give them more money.
Ah,
If they will get
yeah, I know,
married,
I know.
they
Uh,
he will give the government give them 1 million one. I'm not sure how much, but it was very big money. So he said,
mhm.
if someone who will marry, I will give the government will give them money to they can use. So it is
Yeah,
very not unachievable.
yeah, you know what? There's also one thing, the one news that is really spread around in Facebook through
Mm,
social media.
mm,
Um, I don't know. I forgot the country. I think it's in Russia,
mm,
because this article says that if I'm gonna. This is a paraphrase of me. Okay, this is
mm,
just my paraphrase.
mm,
So, we are in a short. We are experiencing shortage of men
mm,
here in our country.
mm,
So,
mm,
if a foreign man will able to marry
mm,
a girl
mm.
in our country, we will pay the man a certain amount of $15,000. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. I don't, if that's true, then maybe.
Many foreign men want to go there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when you think about it, it's really a stone throw through the moon.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, so, anyways, this is our last question. Okay,
Mm.
so this is a question directed to you. So, are
Mm.
you a pessimist or an
Ah,
optimist?
it is very difficult, but I want to be optimistic.
Mm,
But it is
yeah,
not always easy because it is changing our society and our environment and our situation is every day changing. So
yeah,
it
that's
is
right.
very hard to keep optimism.
Yeah, that's right. And
Mm.
I think it's also a natural thing for us to be a pessimist, right?
Yes, yes.
Because that is
Naturally,
also,
to be a pessimist, so I have
yeah,
to keep the optimistic by myself. Oh,
yeah,
I have to
because
keep pessimistic,
yeah,
optimistic.
because when you think about it, throughout
Uh,
history,
yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Throughout history,
Mm.
um, being very thoughtful or being laid out and being thinking about the negative things actually
Yes.
is really one of our self-defense.
Yes. Um, we. My father says you always
Hmm.
think uh, our worst things, not the best
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's right.
All coming
Well,
can be possible worst thing, but you can
yeah.
think more better way like that.
Yeah, you know what, I also get that a lot sometimes.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
not I know I'm not trying to be a pessimist or
Mm.
anything. I always say like that. I'm not
Mm.
trying to be a pessimist, but
Mm.
I'm also thinking about the other thing.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
Another,
how if it
yeah.
is fair like that?
Yeah, what if we fail?
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And people say that, okay, don't think that you're going to fail because if you think that you're going to fail,
Mm.
you are going to fail, right? They
Yes.
always
Yes.
say that to
Yes.
me. And
Yes. Yeah.
I've always heard that before.
Yes. Yes.
But I failed. Then what am I going to do now?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, my point there is I think we need some contingency planning next time,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have to make a balance between
That's right. That's right.
plan
That's right.
our reality.
Yes, it is good to be an optimist, but
Mm.
not very, not
Mm.
too optimistic sometimes because
Yes. If
it.
sometimes too optimistic, we cannot live in the reality. I think sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. That is
Yes.
right. That is right. You
Yeah.
must also stay in the ground.
Yes.
Um, there is this one story,
Mm.
and it is actually a true story. Okay,
Mm.
there's this country in India. There's this small island in India,
Mm.
which is a very optimistic person wants to explore that island,
Mm.
even though that people says that okay, no, don't go there. There
Mm.
you don't know what's in there, something like that. But this person is very optimistic.
Mm.
He explored that island
Mm.
with a couple of explorers,
Mm.
but um, his optimism got the best of him because
Mm.
on that island there are tribes. There is a tribe that is not really Okay, you can search this actually. You can search this. There's this one small island in India
Mm,
where there are people
mm.
who are really not yet civilized. Not
Oh,
civilized to a fault that they don't even know what fire is.
ah, yes, yes.
Yes. So it is really a true story, and
Mm,
this guy explored that island. Of course, those people are not familiar with the outside world, right?
mm,
So they think that he might be dangerous, and
mm.
they killed him.
Ah, yes, yes. It is
Yes.
possible sometimes because some people or some societies are isolated with other countries. They
That's
don't
right.
know others outside. So if they saw some stranger,
Hmm.
sometimes it can be possible they will kill him. Maybe.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, that's right.
mm,
I don't know actually the name of the tribe.
mm.
Uh, but you can search it. It is located in the vicinity of India.
India.
Yes,
Ah,
it is located near India.
yes, yes. But do you know the film of the end of space?
I'm sorry.
End of space. It is the film.
End of.
End of spears. End of spears. End of spears. I'm not sure. It is story of the pastor. It is story of the pastor.
Hmm.
Pastor want to spread the good news to the one tribe, but
Hmm.
uh, th- they don't know about the
Ah, yeah.
God. So, but
Mm.
the pastor went there by airplane. But
Mm.
what you said, like you said, they are not civilized. So
They're not civilized.
yes, they saw airplane at the first time. So they are shocked about the people and the airplane. So they think they can be like devil, like or bad god
Yeah, devil.
or
Uh-huh.
bad god. And then they saw the gun and then uh, so they are very shocked about that. And then they are just killed the pastors in there. And then at the time that the pastor, even though they are die, they cannot use the gun because their
They don't
purpose,
know.
yeah, because their purpose is to give them good
Mm.
news in there, not kill them. So they
Yeah.
just cannot use the gun, and then they just die in there. And
Hmm.
then maybe 10 years later, the tribe believed the God because of that event, that situation. So it was make the film. That is the name
Mm.
end of spears. Like that.
End of Spears.
Yes,
Okay.
end of
I
spears.
think I'm gonna watch that. Okay.
Yes, yes. That's the
Uh,
reason why something isolated country where they are very sometimes very dangerous.
Okay, well, all right. I'm gonna watch that. Okay, so,
Yes.
John, that will be it for us today.
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
extended for 5 minutes now.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, so that will be it for us today. So I'll see you again on Friday. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. See you Friday, John. Bye bye.
Bye bye.